Fantastic. A good morning out on the West Coast. It's 9 a.m. Pacific time. It's high noon here on the East Coast. We are underway with our second training call. This is the Global One webinar call. We are simulcasting this call live. As a matter of fact, at the conclusion of the call, you can go back into your back office and click on the replay button. It is made readily available upon completion of our call, give or take 2 minutes or so. Well, folks, we are privileged to have back with us again Kathy, who certainly put on a great presentation on the Star Leader. Today we're going to actually break it down, how to become a Star Leader. Kathy, as some of you may know already, is a recognized leader, a spokesperson, a great trainer, and very successful marketer. She's also a member of Global One. Well, with one housekeeping tip I do want to bring up before we bring you to the mic, Kathy. Folks, we've had questions coming in regarding our products. All of our products you will know before we launch. We're in the throes and the final, let's just say, signing off by our legal compliant department and making absolutely certain we're right on track. So make a notation of that. We will be compliant once we open the door with our launch. We're getting there. We're getting there. So without further ado, let's get into how to become a Star Leader with Global One. Kathy, over to you.
Hey, Jim, can you hear me?
Certainly do. Go right ahead, Kathy.
All righty. Well, guys, I just want to welcome everybody. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. For me, I'm out here on the East Coast, and it's 12 o'clock. I don't know what time it is for you guys. I mean, it could be during the day, or some of you might be getting up in the middle of the night. That's called dedication. I'm looking out the window right now, and we're getting ready for Hurricane Isaac. I don't know if any of you have seen that on the news, but I think it's going to miss us. But we're praying for those people in Haiti and along the Caribbean coast because they're just getting hammered with rain. But it's a great day here on the phone because at Global One, we see things through a different set of eyes. We've got hope. We've got anticipation. And we're encouraged about the economy. We're not discouraged because we know that at any point in time, whether we have a good economy, a bad economy, no matter where we're living in the world, no matter what the economics are in the country that we're in, we can make a difference just by the actions we take. And so it is here with Global One. We're getting ready to launch with one of the most significant compensation plans in the industry. But guys, that doesn't matter if you don't have really cool products that people want and people need. And so I just want to second what Jim said. You know, the company's diligently working behind the scenes to secure some of the very unique, highly sought after products. And you don't have to worry. You can kind of sit back and relax. Because from what I know from my vantage point, there's going to be something for everyone. You know, you might not like 100% of the products. You might be excited about 50%. You might just like them all. But I know this one thing, guys. There's going to be something that you're going to get excited about. And I commit that to you from the bottom of my heart. Now, also, let's cover this base. It's kind of cleanup. This is a leadership call. People on this phone, not everybody wants to achieve $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month, $200,000 a month. I know leaders in the industry that have made that kind of money, $200,000, $300,000 a month. You might be here just wanting to add an extra $500 a month to your income. You can do that, and I want you to sit back, and I want you to glean this information. I don't want you to be pushed by it, though. I don't want you to feel as though you have to do this, because you don't. If you're here part-time and you just want to make a little bit of extra income to bring into your family, to have some fun with, or maybe help pay the mortgage, you can do that here. But there's some of you on the phone that have jumped into Global One, and you've been kind of waiting, and you've been kind of looking, because you've been hearing the news since about June. and you've been wondering, is this the company? Is this the company that I should dedicate my time to? Is this going to be my last home run? Well, guys, if you're on the phone, I'm going to tell you, this is your last home run. This is your last hurrah. And if you pay attention and you become the teacher that you know you can be, you become the trainer that you know you can be, and you focus on this main thing that we're going to talk about, you will grow one huge organization, and you're going to learn how to double, triple, quadruple, and even 5 times your income in some of the legs you're going to have by becoming a platinum and by becoming a star leader. So today we're going to look at becoming a star leader. And I'm not sure if anybody's ever had the goal of being a star, but now's the time to do it. And then we're going to look at what it means to become a platinum and how this affects infinity and infinity in the compensation plan. You know, everyone in this business is going to make money in these 2 compensation structures. Some will make money with a very little effort at all, yet you won't retire on that money. Most of us know it's kind of hard to squeeze money out of zero. So make sure, even if you're part-time, you spend some time and some effort building your business, because you will make money in infinity and finfinity with just some small effort. Now, with that said, let's look at what you can achieve if you'll just spend 2 to 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, consistently and persistently over the next 90 days. What we're going to do today is we're going to plan together and posture for a 90-day blitz, a 90-day push. And if you want what I'm going to share with you in terms of income, today I want you to know it's totally achievable. All you have to do is be persistent and dedicated. And guys, you have to spend at least 2 to 3 hours a day in your business. Some of you will spend more. Some of you will be maniacs, and you'll actually spend 5, 7, 12. You'll be working different time zones. You'll be working different continents. And for those of us on the phone that have really built big in 90 days, sometimes you know you're working 16 hours a day. But if you'll just put 2 to 3 hours a day over the next 90 days into what I'm going to tell you, you can build a huge business. So guys, what is platinum? There's several different levels that you can come into this business with. You can come in with very little money, all the way from $10 to $100. We're going to focus on platinum because that is the position that makes things happen in this business. It's not that you can't work your way up, because you certainly can. It doesn't matter, guys, where you start. It just matters where you finish. So platinum is $100 per month. Next, to stay active, you simply need to recruit one other person at this level. The $100 a month, guys, is not being thrown to the wind. It's not the funny money, and it's not a Ponzi scheme. You're actually going to be investing in products and services that will greatly enhance your life and your business. So it's not going to be difficult to get people to do this. So platinum is $100 per month, and active platinum has at least one person sponsored at this level per month. That's easy. It's simple. Once the products are rolled out, and once you see your back office, and once you see all of the options, it's really going to become evident what I'm saying right now. Wow, that really is easy. So, next, how to become a star leader. Well, to do this, guys, over the next 90 days, focus on sponsoring 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 new people over the next 2 weeks. Okay, how can you do that? Well, right now there's a free sign-up. You know, you can get them in, and you can get them in for nothing. Next, work with each of them to do the same thing. There's never been a better time in a business than now. I know some of you are anxious and some of you are waiting and wanting it to launch faster. Not me, because there's some new people on the phone that haven't had the opportunity to actually get out there and get their friends positioned in their business. Next, you build for the launch by teaching each person on your team what it means to be platinum. Now that I've explained that to you, the only thing that you don't know right now is you don't know what the products and services are, but you're going to trust that they're going to be very cool. People are going to really want them. They're going to be highly sought out. They're going to be very beneficial if people have them. So just trust on that and focus and teach the new people that you're bringing in for free that they want to position themselves that as soon as the system goes live to become platinum. This should be your goal for the next 2 weeks. And listen, guys, it's never going to be as easy as it is now. So out here on the East Coast, we say make hay while the sun's shining. Now, to become a star leader, once you get 10 personally sponsored people to the platinum level, you achieve 1-star status. Guys, do you know how easy that's going to be when this computer goes on? If you actually do the push that I'm telling you to do over the next 2 weeks, you'll be amazed at how many people you can actually get into your organization. And then if you're diligent to hold maybe some conference calls for your team, to hold some training for your team, to build the expectation of what is going to happen in the future, what to look forward to, but also what the plan and purpose to be. What is that, guys? It's called platinum. So once you get 10 personally sponsored people to the level of platinum, you achieve 1-star status. Now, let's talk about the Infinity compensation plan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the basics of what a 3x10 matrix is. Many of you have perhaps built out a matrix. Some of you have never been in a matrix. And some of you are wondering, is that a movie that I've seen at the theater? So let me just tell you what it is and what it isn't. A matrix is generally highly sought after because you could actually make money on people that you didn't bring in. Sometimes volume comes from people above, sometimes it doesn't, and then volume comes from people below as they begin to sponsor. And since you're at the top of your matrix and you have 3 positions under you, everybody fills in those positions to 10 levels. Once you max out a matrix, it's maxed out. The downside to a matrix, and some of you on this phone, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can have a lot of volume on levels 15, 25, 50 that you never get paid on. So let's talk about how Infinity works entirely different. You get to control whether you are maxed out at 10 levels or you actually get the benefit of earning to infinity. And all of that is unlocked by becoming a 1-star leader to 5-star leader. So how does Infinity work? 50% of the commissionable volume is paid into Infinity. And you can make anywhere from 20 cents all the way up to $2 per person in your organization. And by the way, guys, the $2 is paid on the platinum level. You've probably figured, now you're beginning to figure out why that's so important. It's not that 20 cents can't add up. Guys, I've seen millions of dollars be made in companies where there's just 20 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents being paid. I mean, when you look at some insurance companies, when you look at some telecommunication companies, there's not a lot of money that flows on each one of their products. They're pennies. So it's not that you can't make money on 20 cents a person. You certainly can. It's just that you could make a whole lot more money on $2 a person, if you get what I mean. So as your matrix begins to fill up, your paycheck goes up. Everybody knows that. The more people you get paid on, the more money you make. Now we're going to talk about how do you double your paycheck by personally sponsoring a lot of people. When you have people that you've personally sponsored in a matrix, many times, and in infinity, you get paid twice on these people. It's called a matching bonus. So, now a one-star leader has an advantage in infinity. Once you reach this level, you get your first coded leg. Now, this is a completely new business center that's front line to you. And guys, it's highly valuable, and you can use this to recruit big leaders in the industry. So once you get this, you're going to want to focus on it. You're going to want to protect it because it's the biggest sponsoring tool I've ever seen in the industry. Guys, everyone wants to be at the top of the matrix. And now you're one of the very few people that gets to offer this because you've achieved one-star status. In addition to this, everyone is coded to you. It's a coded leg. What does this mean? Well, you get paid 100% of the people in this leg to infinity, not 10 levels, just like you would have personally sponsored every single person. Imagine 1,000 platinums in this leg. If you're earning $2 per person, that's $2,000. But because it's a coded leg, you double your income to $4,000 with not any more effort, not any more work. You just double your money. This is called true residual income on steroids, the ability to double, triple, quadruple, and max out at 5 times your earnings with no work at all, just because you've worked through the ranks of becoming a 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star diamond. Some of you will achieve 5-star status. Imagine taking your base income from $100,000 per month to $500,000 per month just because you focused on becoming a star leader. And you focused on being an excellent teacher. I'll tell you what, guys, it doesn't get any better than that. So every time you advance, 2-star leaders get 2 coded legs. 3-star leaders get 3 coded legs. 4-star leaders get 4 coded legs, and you guessed it, 5-star leaders get 5 coded legs. Now, for this call, I want to focus on what does it take to become a 1-star leader. On the next training call, we're going to look at 2-star through 5-star. But on this call, guys, you got to get to 1-star first. You got to get your first coded leg first. So now that you have an understanding of how do you get paid, how a matrix is built out, what a matching bonus looks like, and then how do you double your income on steroids simply because you have a coded leg, and every single person in that leg is coded to you. Let's talk about why it's so important. You've been building out a matrix. You're a leader. You've successfully got 10 personally sponsored platinum leaders. I'm going to give you a hint at how to get to 2 to 3, but I'm going to move on pretty quickly, just for the sake of time, into how this works with infinity. But the reason why this is so important and will attract the bigger leaders is you also control spillover from your back office. When you get your coded leg, the spillover is turned off. And so if you want to go out and you want to get a large leader, you're in this position, guys, for one reason and one reason only. You're out there working. You're out there sponsoring. Nobody wants to get sponsored, guys, by somebody that doesn't personally sponsor anybody, if you know what I mean. But if you're out there making things happen and you're teaching and training and you have this position available, that position is worth a tremendous amount of money, because I know leaders in this industry that will be attracted to this business where you can get them into that spot and never talk to them again because they know how to build, they know how to expand, they know how to have conference calls. And if you attract them by saying, Joe, just get in, position yourself. What I want you to do is get your leaders in first. Get your first 4 levels in first, because I am really sponsoring quite a bit, and I don't have the spillover turned on yet because I want you to be able to stack your leaders first. Once you get that done, we're going to work together. I'm going to help you build your team. Once you get that done, I'm going to turn on spillover into your organization as well. Now, guys, if you've ever built a network marketing compensation before, that's about the hottest way to sponsor leaders if you do that. And the only reason you have the ability to do that is because you dedicated what, guys? 2 to 3 hours a day. You dedicated 5 to 6 days a week. You were consistent. You were persistent. You yourself became platinum as soon as the system went live. You were diligent to get as many people as you possibly could in during this next 2 weeks, where you had a lot of people in your organization, because, guys, not everybody's going to become platinum when the system is turned on. So the more people you have in your organization, and the more you're the leader, the teacher, and the trainer, where you build the expectation that as soon as the system goes live, you want to become platinum. Jane, Joe, John, George, that's what you want to do, guys. You get into this position faster. So 3x10 matrix gets expanded, gets coded. You can double, triple, quadruple your income. Infinity, guys, rocks. It's the sleeping giant, and the more you get to know about it, the more you're going to be jazzed about it. But for the sake of this call, let's move on to Spinfinity. Okay, everybody understands the basics of Spinfinity. This is actually very cool because this is, you get to make money just by sitting there. I don't want to say that. I don't want to encourage you to just sit there because you don't make much money. And you're going to have to qualify your position and do the stuff that's legal, because one of the things about the ownership of this company is they are dedicated to protecting this company for us long term. Sometimes we've been into companies that have had great products, great compensation plans, but, within 1 month, 5 months, 7 months, 2 years, somebody comes along and says you did something wrong, you weren't abiding by the laws. You have leadership and owners in this company that are diligently working behind the scenes to make sure everything is compliant with all the laws in any country that they're working in. So I want to be very careful when I say you can make money just sitting there, because there's really some things that you have to do, guys. But Spinfinity is very cool because it's going to spin, and it's going to pay every 3 days, and it's going to pay 10 times a month. And what goes in there, remember, 50% of the membership commissionable volume is also going into Spinfinity. So what you need to make sure is just you're in Spinfinity, and then keep in mind, the more you build, the more money you take out of it. It's the same way in Infinity. The more people that you personally sponsor, the more money you take out of it. As you become a star leader, you get a coded bonus, you get more money out of it. It's the same way with Infinity. But let's look at the leadership bonus pool for Infinity. A 1-star leader receives a 1-star bonus pool will be split, guys, between all of the 1-star leaders. 20% of the leadership bonus pool is going to be put in here. So, for example, if a leader bonus pool is $100,000 for the 3-day spin period, each qualified active star leader will share in $20,000. It's 20% of the pool. If there's 40 active 1-star leaders, each would receive $500. Guys, that's an extra $500 per month just because you're a star leader. So let's jump back a bit to make sure you understand what active and qualified is. You are paying your membership of $100 a month, plus you are actively out there sharing this business opportunity, and you have at least one person that you've sold, sponsored at that equal level every single month. That puts you into the status of active. If you ever fall out of qualifications, you never, ever lose your PIN. You never, ever lose your status. And we're going to put on some of the hottest events, guys, and we're going to have some of the coolest recognitions. So don't worry, you're not going to lose your status, but you are going to lose your paycheck for that month. So if you fall out of qualification, what you want to do is you want to start running and racing just to replace the couple people that you might be missing. Because how many of you would want to receive an extra $500 every 3 days just because you're a 1-star? I mean, come on. That's an extra $5,000 every month just because you've got the PIN. So a 2-star bonus pool is going to be split equally with all 2-star leaders, which equals 20% of the leadership bonus pool. Now, the thing that you guys know is that every time you move up in rank, you're moving into a more exclusive club because less people will achieve 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star. So even though it's the same percentage that is in the 1-star, you get a greater percent of the 20%. Everybody knows that means more money. So if the leadership bonus pool is $100,000 for the 3-day spin period, if you're a 2-star leader, the qualified 2-star leaders are going to earn an extra $1,000 every 3 days. That is $10,000 every single month. 3-star leaders, you guessed it, if you're active and you're qualified, when the money gets split, you're going to receive $2,000 extra, $20,000 extra every single month. 4-star leader, the money's going to get split once you move up in rank. The same exact amount of bonus, but fewer people, you're going to receive $5,000. That's $50,000 extra every month. 5-star leaders, we're going to split the money. It's the same exact money. It's the same exact bonus that's being paid to the 1-star leaders. But because there's fewer people in the pool, the $10,000 goes a lot further, and you're going to make $100,000 every month residual-based income if, in fact, the leadership bonus pool achieves $100,000. Now, in closing, we built everything on the basis in Spinfinity of $100,000 bonus pool. But when you think about how many countries right now Global One is in and how many people that are in the database and how sexy the products are going to be, and they're also going to be price appointed. What that means is this. When you see the products in your back office, you're going to go, wow, this is cool. And then you're going to look at the price and you're going to go, you're kidding. And so with that kind of combination, that kind of recipe, I'll tell you what, that could possibly bake a cake that produces more than $100,000, if you know what I mean. So we've just taken this example to show you how the percentages go up and how the money goes up. So we're right at the half hour. I know everybody, your time is very important. But most importantly, I know you want to get out there after this call because you've heard me bring it to your attention. Right now, guys, it's a free sign-up. It is not easier than it is now, and that is going to end once the company launches, guys. You know, once the company launches, there's going to be a monetary compensation that they have to exchange with the company to get in. So right now, it's a free sign-up. It's never been easier to get people in. Never easier to really begin to understand what it means to be a platinum, and then how to move through the ranks, how to teach and train, how to get 10 people that are personally sponsored to you to become a 1-star diamond. Next week, if you want me back, we're going to look at 2, 3, 4, 5-star diamonds and what it means to be that, but not just that. I'll be teaching and training you how you can grow that organization systematically, because network marketing and building a large organization, guys, is just mathematics. You probably have heard people say that people just get lucky. Nobody gets lucky in this industry that makes 50, 100, 200,000 a month, guys. They labor under correct knowledge. And in building this organization and building out to 5-star, anybody can do this, even if it's the first time you've been in the industry. Guys, you can do this if you live in a town of 1,600 people. You don't have to have 1 million people in your town. There is a way to use the Internet, to use things like Join Me or GoToMeeting, to use Skype, where you can recruit people all over the world. Now, you might not know people in other countries, but you might sponsor me, you know, and I know people in other countries. So, guys, this is what I want to leave you with. All you have to do is go out there, share the opportunity, get people into position, hold the conference calls and do the training, and just hope and hope and hope that it takes them just a little longer to launch. Because, guys, the longer you have to position your people and build the expectation, this is a good thing. Please don't be frustrated because they haven't launched yet, because it's not that it's going to be hard, but it's easy now. Easy to get people in it free. So get your people in, make your calls, share this information, and just take care of the people that you're working with. Don't push people faster or further than they want to go. Just be the leader. That if you find somebody that wants to build big, that wants to be full-time, be the leader that you're qualified, so you can lead them, so you can teach, and so you can train them. God bless you all, and I wish you the best. Back to you, Jim. Jim, are you there? JP, are you there? Well, listen, guys, I want to take the pleasure to, you've been on this call. It's been a half hour, and I think we may have lost somebody. But nonetheless, you guys, I want to wish you a great day and go out there and make things happen. This call has come to a close.
The moderator has left the conference.